Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Diana in Space Coast, Florida, when we come right back on Coast to Coast AM. Stand by, please. We'll be back. All right. Diana on wildcard line number 4. Let's talk to her. She's in Space Coast, Florida. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm fine, John. I'm a producer, host of my own show on YouTube. And
Cool.
I think I have a solution for our Constitution and our economy.
Well, I'm ready to hear that one.
Are you ready for this one?
Absolutely.
Keep going. All right, here it is. Let's put a cap on how long these career politicians stay in.
Yes.
And then if they don't make it to president after 10 years, they go back to being a citizen, period. No mayors, no. We got to go from the cabinet, from the mayors, all the way down, these senators, congressmen, no career politicians. And then we would get some fresh ideas and changes and protect our Constitution. And they would also have to go back to being a citizen, so they would bring the jobs back, because now they're just a citizen just like everyone else.
Oh, wow, imagine that. You know, a lot of these legislators. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No. Well, what I was saying is that, yeah, all of them. If you don't make it to president in 10 years, you go back to being a citizen. Doesn't matter what office you held.
Well, you know, we can only have one president. Wow, wouldn't that be amazing if we had like a staff of presidents? Instead of the President of the United States, it would be, these are the presidents of the United States, and just let them sort of hash it out among themselves. I wonder if that would make things better or worse.
That might, but see, these people have to go back to being citizens, so they might care about losing all their rights.
Mm-hmm. 10 years is a long time if you got a bad legislator in there, sort of like having a king. Unfortunately for them, you got them for life. You got a beneficent king, you have a happy life. You got an evil king in there, not too good.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about. I'm talking. The president still only serves 2 terms. I'm talking about some of these congressmen and senators.
Oh, I know. I was making a little joke.
Been in there since we were kids. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Well,
right. But if they had to go back to being citizens and couldn't do, you have 10 years in politics. That's it. You're out.
I'm thinking 2 terms and then skip a term, and you can come back. If you were really that good, we'll vote you back in. Thanks for the call, sweetheart. I appreciate you very much. And that's just a Southern thing. It's not a sexist thing. We call everybody sweetheart and all kinds of stuff like that. Just forget about it.
Of 2015, here are your news updates for today. Alrighty then. Let's go into breaking news, breakingnews.com. "22 minutes ago, water rescues underway in Lincoln County, Missouri as storms move through area coming out of KMOV. It's like a lot of flooding. Also, I think the whole thing just shut down with the breaking news. Now, what I also read, let's just get rid of it because it's frozen now. What I also read was that there was a sightseeing plane up in Alaska, Gulf of Alaska, and that went down, and there are search teams right now looking for the people. There's approximately 8 people on board, but I can't get the rest of the news right now because breaking news it's down for some reason. I don't know what's going on with it. Alrighty then. Moving on. We'll have to move on from that one. The Watchers watching the world. Looks like everything's going slow. It's all going slow now. Okay, here, it's still moving now. The Watchers watching. Right on, Bright House. There you go. That's the best internet to get yet. Okay, we're all frozen up. Let's try this one. E&E News, Energy News. We are going live, so I'm just going to keep going. Let's see if the watchers come back up. No. It's just frozen. It's just freezing away. Freezing away. The watchers is down. Maybe it has to do with the CME. This big CME that has come in. Here we go. June 24th. Typhoon Kujara impacts southern China and Vietnam. Brings heavy rain. Also, intense heat wave claims over 800 lives in Pakistan. That was on June 23rd. Today, the 2015 El Nino continues to strengthen, could become one of the strongest ever recorded. Also today, 5th Earth-directed CME produced as long-duration M7.9 solar flare erupts from region 2371. Also today, geomagnetic storming reaching G2. Moderate levels in progress. Maybe that's what's messing up the internet. Alrighty then. Don't know. Let's get rid of that one. Maybe we'll move a little faster. That's all frozen. See if we can get into E&E News, Energy News. U.S. Canada. Eerie new phenomenon attacking sea creatures on West Coast. Marine life disappearing from tide pools. Fish, octopus, mussels, urchins, limpets, sea hares seem to be leaving. There's something going on. There's something going on. Experts have no idea what to expect next. Well, okay, let me give the experts, since they don't know what to expect next, since they decided to wait on reporting on all this information, and they're going to have up-to-date information. Guess what? Now that the the plume has actually gotten to the West Coast, and now that it has been building and accumulating and building, when you go down to the beach, you scientists that have to go down there, you guys are what's next. Alrighty then, instead of doing your job when you were supposed to do it and report on it, now it's a little more dangerous to go down there and play around with the samples. Also, they're like a couple years late and a dime short. How's that one? We got Dana Dernfeld, and he has a Beautiful Girl by Dana Channel. I am going to attach the work. See, he already did the work. So these scientists now, like Cal Poly, Pomona, and other universities, this man is already just a regular YouTuber, regular person, and he's also, I think, disabled. He's in a wheelchair. He takes off, commandeers a boat, and goes up and down the coast, up by Canada. I guess he's Canadian. He goes all the way up and down that west coast, up in the Canada area, Vancouver area, and above it and below it. But he travels quite a bit with his own little funding. It looks like a boat that looks like it's like part of it looks like it's one of those dinghies that you blow up or something, and it has a motor on it. He goes up and down the coastline taking pictures. He used to be a diver of some kind, professional diver and photographer. So now he's going up and down the coast with one of his buddies, and he did all the legwork. He took the pictures of how all the rocks are clean. I'm attaching that on this. So what's next? Well, obviously it's the humans. And then the other thing, here's another thing I saw. We're in an extinction level event caused by humans. Now, which humans are those? That must have been the corporations, because they are considered humans. You realize that corporations are individuals. So these individuals, with their nuclear plants and their pollution. Yes, yes, we know humans caused it, but it wasn't all the humans. It was all those corporation individuals who are liable. Yes, it was man-made by the 1%. The 1% did it. There's 99% out here, as you know. We didn't do it. But I guess it was the elite and the corporate heads and the people with all the money decided to destroy the planet. So yes, indeedy, they should be paying all the carbon tax. If you're going to say carbon tax, they should be repairing all this, and they should be also crimes against humanity. I agree 100%. It is, this extinction level number 6 was caused by humans, but not all of them. It wasn't caused by all the humans. It was caused by the 1% corporation individuals, the elite. They caused it. Who do you think caused it? Don't go after the little guy. Oh no. I'm glad that they admitted that it was human error that has destroyed this planet. Now we just have to whittle down which humans. Okay? And we know which humans they are. They're the ones who own the nuclear plants. They're the ones dumping the oil and accidentally blowing Macondo, oil rig, and everything. Those are the people who destroyed the planet. We know who you are and what you have done now. And I'm glad someone has admitted that they have destroyed the planet. It's not the little guy down the street working at McDonald's. It's not the teachers. They didn't build the nuclear plants. It's not even your actors, your celebrities. They didn't do it. The celebrities didn't do it. It's the 1% elite. It's the ones that really don't have to work. They're the ones that funded all these things. Oh yes, they funded it. So I guess basically they're the stakeholders. They're the ones who invested in all the stuff that destroyed the planet. So now they're responsible for it. Goes both ways. You make a profit, or now you got to take a loss and the liability behind it. So, alrighty then, and again I'll say it again. I saw this thing about a tether that was released. You know, the famous thing with the tether with all the little UFO creatures. Looks like that video game. What was that? Invaders, for the Invader video game, and they're all swarming around. Saw that back in 2009 or something. And it was actually from the 90s, and then released in 2008, 2009 or something like that from NASA. That tether supposedly is sucking all the radiation out from the radiation belts around the planet. Why aren't they putting something like that over there, Fukushima? What the hell's wrong with them? And this is like, what, 20 years later? Oh, I'm sure they can upgrade that thing and suck all the radiation out of the ocean with it. And suck all the other, and then you send it off and break it off and send it right into the sun or somewhere. I don't know. Just send it off into outer space. I don't know what's going on, but there's your free consultation. They admit it. Yes, it's caused by humans. Which humans? I don't know. Which ones are the ones that had the funding to have these programs? And even though they're incorporated, corporations are people too. So they're liable. Also, Monsanto's liable. Yeah, they're all liable for all this. And Monsanto changed its name to something else. Who know what? We know who you are. It's not hard to find these people, because you just have to follow the money. But all these people, yes, it's because of humans. We are in extinction level number 6. That's all. It's going. It's going now. And it's because of humans. But not your average person. It's only 1% of them. It's only 1% of the humans that did this. So we aren't there wouldn't be a great loss, I don't think, if they ended up going up for crimes against humanity. The whole planet. It's the whole planet. So I guess now everyone knows who to confront, right? All you activists and all that, you gotta go to the head of the snake. Alrighty then. Well, at least we know they admitted it. And I want everyone to be safe. And every time these scientists say they don't know why, we don't know why, we don't know what to expect, they're so incompetent. Why are they even working? They know why and what to expect next. If not, get off the payroll. That's, you know, I'm sorry. We already know we're an extinction level event. We already know who caused it. Oh, wow. Someone better come up with some kind of answers, because I don't know how long we might not have that long before, you know, it seems like it's irreversible right now, but every day science is only good up to the minute. There's always some kind of breakthrough. There's always something discovered, and so there's always still hope. Alrighty then. And if all else fails, just pray. Just pray, because there's still some righteous people here. As long as there's some people here that are righteous, we might be okay. Alrighty then. Take care. Be prepared for anything. I say right now, it's time operation. If you got crap in your house that you don't need, and you could be stocking food there instead, I would do that. Pet food, your food, supplies, everything. And I would definitely try to get out of the way of the radiation. And you have to detox. It's almost time for me to detox. It's been a couple of years. I should detox again. Try to detox all the radiation out. Probably been exposed somehow. Alrighty then. Take care. Just be safe. Say it again. It's Thursday, the eve of Friday. So it's 4 days down, 1 to go before the weekend. See you tomorrow on the flip side. Alrighty then. Be safe.
It's June the 24th, 2015. I'm Dana Durnford, also known as nuclearproctologist.org, and you'll get a higher quality or format of 7 ways for your devices. The pictures you're looking at now are just screen captures of the original pictures, because I was on the expedition for life on the ocean for 160 days, and I didn't have the bandwidth to put up those high quality, and so I put up the lower quality, just screen captures, so people would have some context. And you can scroll through the pictures. You can see 600 algae are missing. 600 kelps. So even if there was 10 kelps there, you wouldn't see that rock. What would it look like with 600 algae on it? You could never get ashore because you break your neck. Well, it's not hard to get ashore there anywhere, is it? Let me scroll down through it now that you can see the color of the rock. So when I click on it, now I know it don't look like it's low tide because there's nothing on the rock, but you can see the color of the rock down below. And I can assure you that the tide it might not be quite low, but it's bloody well close to it. And so I also give you the GPSs of a lot of these spots. 53, 67, north and west, 130.41.385 degrees. Rocks everywhere are naked. This is just under, at high tide rather. And at low tide, the rock is exposed like you're seeing now. And then you've seen some of those pictures, there's nothing there on that rock. Right, there's a couple of algae on that rock out there by itself in particular. Look at that, see? But not many, there's not 600, and there's some barnacles, but that's it. And that's some of the other rocks that was in that map you were looking at. They're still underwater. And so they would take the leg off your boat if you're cruising too fast and the water was a little bit higher. On a calm day, you wouldn't see it. And so now I'm moving up to that island with the green on it, so you'll see trees on the island. And you can see me coming into the island. And you can see now, you can see there's very little, if anything, left whatsoever on those rocks. And so that's an extinction event. Because what that means, what that's translating to, what that's telling anybody that knows about the ecosystem is that the nursery doesn't exist there anymore. It's gone. The 600 algae where everything can live in harmony, where the 6,500 invertebrates without the backbones, like the little krills and the little shrimp, they look like krill. Like krill looks like a shrimp. And that's the easiest way to explain it. There's 6,500 different ones with different appendages and different types of characteristics, so they're individual species, and that's been categorized by the major institutions that are considered residential to the coastline of British Columbia, where the Expedition for Life just went through 8,000 mile extended tour looking for life, looking at the damage, counting the birds. And we see a total apocalyptic of the 169 species of residential or migratory and 148 residential birds. We counted less than 11 species, and the only healthy species, if you were considered healthy because there was more than the other species, was the cormorants. They're deep divers. They eat big fish. Hey, good night, everybody. And once again, you know, what we're doing is the moral thing. What we're doing is the ethical thing. What we're doing is we already got a system out there that's supposed to go do this. And what they done was they hid it away from you. They lied to you and told it was like a banana potato chip walking in the sunshine. Dental x-rays, you turn them on, you turn them off. Getting on an airplane. None of that stuff was real. And so they can't tell you the truth. And that's why we exist. Once again, Miss Milky just put out a wonderful video. And Missy Scott, there's all kinds of links down below if you're watching this later and you're looking for other things and other people and other takes on this. There's all kinds of data. You just got to learn where it's to and how to find it. And have an open mind and do some research yourself when you get an opportunity. We'll get one more stream out hopefully before I take off. I'm sure we'll get one more out. So we'll talk to everybody soon. Once again, hugs for everybody. Dana does love you. I do appreciate everything you're doing for everything on this planet. You're doing it for this planet. You're doing it for yourselves. You're doing it for this entire planet. And ultimately, what we're doing is going to make the difference. If there is to be a difference made, we are going to be the catalyst for that. And I truly believe that. We already done that in many ways. And so, hugs for everybody.